All right, so as you can see, we got some storms out here tonight, and I knew that the shop leaked a little bit, and I was like, all right, we need to go to the shop and kind of get an idea of, you know, what's going on, where this water is coming from. And I opened up the shop door, and I'm in a you know, it seems like the harder I try to do things and really make something, the more crap that life throws at me. And I'm not giving up. I'm not implying that I'm giving up, but it gets real frustrating when you spend a lot of time, energy, and money trying to build something, and it seems like all you get is resistance. Look at this. This isn't just a little bit of water, guys. Look, this is floating. Right? This is literally floating. I had my GoPro sitting here on this tripod, and look at this. Look at all that water. Look how deep this is. This place is leaking everywhere. It's coming in from the walls all over here, but also I can see it's coming in from the door. It's coming in from the garage door right here. You can see the trail of water coming in here through the front wall, through the front door, through this corner, through the walls over here. Excuse me. And then it's also coming in through the skylights. The skylights are all leaking. Here's the Chevy Cruze, and my tools. I was in the middle of doing this. I told you guys we were going to do one side off camera. My fiance wanted to help do the brakes. She didn't want to be on camera, so we decided to tear this side of the car down. We already did just about everything. We got the drum, we got the shoes, we got the new brakes on front, we got the rotor, we got the new hub assembly up there, we got the new control arm up there. Like we knocked this side out, and I got tools over here that are literally sitting in this nasty water. My lift, look at this. I know it's hard to see, but it's underwater. This is underwater. Unbelievable. So while we're talking about how ridiculous this is, as long as it's dry here and it's not raining, it's not bad. But apparently you get a torrential downpour and this whole shop floods. I didn't know that. I had no idea. So I'll talk real quick, and then we're going to get started on actually doing this car. Have you ever had an off day where you started, no matter how simple the task was on a car, or anything else for that matter, it all just fell apart? As simple as it is. You know, it's an easy job. The drum brakes on this are simple. There's nothing complicated about it. So tell me why it took me almost 3 hours to do the drums on this. I can't tell you. It was a one-off day, and I had to stop and walk away from this car. As I was putting these rear shoes on, number one, the shoes that I was sent, that I bought off Amazon, they did not have, here it is, this is the one that was supposed to have it. There's supposed to be a little plate on here for the emergency brake. Well, it didn't come with that, and you can't take it off of the old one. This piece right here didn't come with it, so I had to go to AutoZone and double, spend twice the money to go buy a new set of shoes. As I'm trying to install these, for the life of me, I couldn't get the pin, the retaining pin, and the spring and the cap. I could not get it on. I've never had a problem putting those on. I usually take a pair of pliers. I know it's not the proper tool, but I used to just take a pair of pliers, stick them on. It took me forever. And as I'm adjusting it, it literally shot the half of the wheel cylinder out of the car with the spring and everything, blew all the brake fluid out, and shot it all over the floor. That's why I've got this cat litter everywhere, because I literally dumped brake fluid everywhere. So I finally got this done, and instead of stopping and just coming back later, because I knew something just wasn't right, look at this. Water everywhere. Even my big impact over there, my half-inch impact was sitting in this water because I didn't know this was going to happen. So moving along over here, when we ran into the issue with not having the proper brake shoes, I stopped on that side. My fiance and I came over here, and I had her tear this whole thing apart, and it was great. We knocked it out pretty quick. Thank you to the subscriber, I can't remember your name off the top of my head, that sent me these caliper hangers. That was awesome. I absolutely put it to use. So we tear all this down. We replace the control arm and the ball joint and the hub assembly and the rotor. We get all this stuff knocked out, tear it all down, get it all replaced. I left this off because I knew I had air in the lines back there and I wanted to bleed it as soon as possible. I forgot when I had this caliper hanging here, we went out to get the shoes, and when I came back, immediately I decided to bleed the brakes, and I totally forgot this caliper was hanging up here. You guys know what happened. With the caliper hanging, no brake pads in it, after we got the brakes almost done, we're on the last pump of the back brakes there, the caliper shot the piston out of the caliper onto the floor, and brake fluid flooded the floor. And it was a bad day. And as that wasn't enough, as I'm finishing this up, bolting everything back together, there's a bolt missing. Well, you can't see. There's a bolt missing there, and I bought this one from GM right here, the pinch bolt for the ball joint. I snapped 2 bolts. I snapped the pinch bolt for the ball joint, or the bolt for the, yeah. I snapped the bolt for the ball joint, and I snapped one of the bolts down here from the strut to the knuckle assembly. GM charged me $14 for 1 bolt, 1 nut, and then the bolt up here for the, and not the nut, just the bolt for the strut to the knuckle, and then 1 bolt and 1 nut for the ball joint. Came out to 14 and change for 2 bolts. Now that that rant is over, and now that you can see how I'm real upset. I don't even think upset is a good word for it. I'm kind of mad right now. Look, we got a little boat floating over here. So I guess that's going to be it. It's a short video. We really didn't accomplish anything. But I had to vent to you guys. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And it's crazy. I was looking at a new shop the other day, right down the street, a mile closer to my house, better location, not by much, but a slightly better location. Had a few bays. I thought couldn't be that much. You know, the bays even had heat and air conditioning. And but the place is a little rough, not like this, but a little rough. And I thought, all right, how much could it be? $1,200 a month? I'm willing to do that. Maybe $1,500 a month. That's pushing it. We'll think about it. Called up the company and wanted $6,500 a month for this building, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious?" And a 5-year lease minimum, first month, last month, and a deposit. It's $20,000 just to get into the place. I'm sorry, you're in Midwest City, Oklahoma. Ain't nobody got time for that. You'll never have that place rented out. So as I stand in this puddle of water, hoping I don't get electrocuted here, I don't know what we're going to do, guys. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions below. I'm sure you can imagine what it would be like to, like, you know, it literally took me about 1.5 years of doing these cars on YouTube to get to the point where I could even afford a cheap shop. And I didn't really expect much for $450 a month. You know, I really didn't. All I figured is it's got a roof, it's got electricity. Heck, it didn't even have lights. I had to put my own lights in here. You know what I mean? And I had to put my own lift in here. That's okay. I don't mind doing stuff like that, but I'm not sure I can fix this. I don't know that I can fix a river flooding through the front and the sides of the shop. This is it's more than disappointing. Like, this is the type of thing that kind of stops you in your tracks and just you really start questioning, is it worth it? Is it? The answer is yeah, it's worth it, because the truth of the matter is I love making videos for you guys. I really do. I truly enjoy it. But maybe I jumped into a shop too soon. You know, not financially, just now I'm here. I'm kind of tied up here. I've got so much already put together here and invested here. Like, what am I going to do, man? What am I going to do? We can't do this. We can't do this. This isn't working. My lift, where it bolts into the concrete, is literally underwater with a freaking car hanging on the top of it. Frick off, Ricky. Any of you watch Trailer Park Boys? I got to get out of here, man. I'm so many emotions right now when I walked in and saw this. I figured there'd be a little bit of water and I'd find where it's coming from. We could take care of it. I didn't expect to come into this. I didn't expect to come in and find my $300 impact sitting in a pool of water. All my ratchets and things are sitting underwater. My ratcheting wrenches underwater. Like I truly did not expect that at all. I've been here when it's rained before, and there was a couple little tiny puddles. Once there was a bigger puddle right here that you guys probably remember, but nothing like this. It's disheartening. So I'm gonna get out of here, but comment below. Thank you for taking time to watch, and we'll get some work done on this car when we can get the water out of here. I guess I can't work in this water, so we'll get back to regularly scheduled programming as soon as possible. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys are the reason I do this. So thanks to you for making this possible. Apparently I made a mistake on this shop. We'll figure it out. Stay safe out there, buddy. I'll catch you as soon as I can in the next one.